The officer in Brooklyn over the weekend, authorities say it happened Saturday night during an attempted robbery after the officer agreed to meet up with someone he met on social media to buy a car.
The officer is being treated at Brookdale University Hospital. His condition is said to be very grave.
And right now, an urgent search for the gunman underway. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live at the hospital in Brownsville with the very latest. NJ.
Yeah, and right, Dave, a $10,000 reward is now being offered for information about the shooting to help them track down the killer, the man who attempted, obviously, to murder the police officer. We are outside Brookdale Hospital here in East New York. As Charlene said a moment ago, trauma surgeons have been struggling to save the officer's life. He was brought here on Saturday night. He is said to be in extremely critical condition with a bullet wound in his head. The latest word from NYPD detectives is that the gunman remains at large, despite a 24/7 manhunt to track him down. Investigators say the whole thing was a setup, was an ambush. The gunman was posing as the seller of a Honda SUV. The officer answered an ad on Facebook Marketplace, then met up with $24,000 in cash to buy the vehicle. Police say the man drew a gun, demanded the cash. The officer drew his gun and was wounded in the process. Sources say the officer's brother-in-law then grabbed the gun and fired, but the gunman escaped. The officer was off duty at the time. He's 26 years old, lives in Deer Park, Long Island, with a wife and 2 young children. Mayor Adams, appearing on morning TV, said the problem in New York City is clear.
I bet you're going to find a common denominator when we find a guilty person. I bet you he has an extensive criminal record. I bet you he's one of the 1,700 people who are extremely violent in our city. And that is why we're pushing for real recidivists of reform to make sure we take dangerous people off our street.
Well, investigators now believe that this attempted robbery may be related to another similar incident with a similar MO that took place last month. Mayor Adams said today on morning television that the family has, quote, some medical decisions that it needs to make. We know nothing more about the officer's condition. Live in East New York, Brooklyn.